this reminds me so much of my own discovery calls. So I always try first asking questions and finding ways how I can help this person. Not trying to sell something, but for example, bringing him or her into my podcast to reach a bigger audience, or writing an article within the traditional media, or ways of how support each other. So that's always how I think. And at the end, it's always like, hey, Jakub, what can I do for you? The last 2 minutes or something, and I say, yeah, I would love to work with you closer. That's something that I say at the end. It's something like you're building the base, the ground, the foundation, and then business will grow automatically, because human want to interact and work with each other, with like-minded people. That's what I believe in, and yeah, I love it. I love your process. It's really cool.
All right.
So when you said the other person cried, what kind of questions did you ask her or him? I'm not sure.
So I mean, one distinct thing that I'm looking at, because I work with different verticals, different industries, and I know at one time I was working with this business opportunity, and this young lady had said that she was looking to, make money, and things I take the time to listen. So when I kept asking, so when you say you want to make money, can you tell me a little bit more about that? What type of experiences have you had? And then we started talking about, what she's doing now, because part of it was that she wasn't committed. And I'm very real with my, people. Like, I'm very positive, but if there's something that's been holding them back mindset wise or approach, then I'm going to call them out, or I'm going to ask some questions about it. So then I asked her, well, tell me a little bit about your work, because it sounds like you want to have this happen, but you haven't been putting in the time. Why haven't you been putting the time? And she started telling me, well, I'm just working a lot and I'm doing some overtime. And then, but she told me also she wants to see her children and her family. Well, I said, well, how often do you get a chance to, spend time with your family? She goes, really hardly any, and I said, well, what have you done, or what's being done to, alleviate that, to make that better? She said, there's something I can do. And I asked, well, how does that make you feel? How does it make you feel that you're at work when you should be, spending time with your family? And she goes, oh man, I feel really bad. And then I said, so if you want that to change, tell me what you're willing to do to make that change. So then I had her, so I listened, found out, and that's when she started crying. She started crying, said, man, I really want things to change. I want to spend time, but I also let her know that she had a deficiency. Like, she wasn't really putting forth the effort. Like, if it was me, I mean, when I was coming up, now I'm, where I want to be, where I was always envisioning, be very fortunate, very blessed in life. But at the time, I didn't have everything that I have now. And I had to work a full-time job, and I worked a part-time job. Then I would come home and I would work on my business. So I was tired, but I wanted it more than anything else. And that's what I always tell people. If you want something, a lot of times people will say the words, make it or break it. I'm not sure if you heard that saying, make it or break it. In my life, I don't have break it. There is no break it. I just focus on making it. That's it. And I don't use excuses. I don't. I mean, I just tell people that's the way it is. If you want something badly, if you want to get it. So she had her self-realization that she did not want it as badly as she did. But now that I had dialogue with her, she got really emotional. She goes, I am going to take that step. I'm going to be very committed. And then she ended up buying the package that I was selling. And I didn't really care about that. I wanted her to understand that you can buy whatever you want, but if you're not committed to it and you don't find the time to do it, you're not going to. But she loved the fact, she said, listen, I've never been asked these questions ever. And I appreciate you listening to me, because most of the times people don't even care about my situation. And I always care about the people I talk to and work with.